ATG from Kilmarnock town, got your hustle down. Streams the pool games live, makes our day come alive. Early mornings on your grind, Tesco shift unwind, but you find the time to play, stream the virtual day. OTG tactical genius, every game you bring us with your skill and your flair. We're glad you're always there. Virtual cue in your hand.
And that's a sucker scratch. Look at the line. Commentator's eye. Don't say I didn't warn you.
OTG tactical genius, every game you bring us with your skill and your flair. We're glad you're always there. Virtual cue in your hand, amazing shots you land. From your home to our screens, living out our pool dreams. Early riser, work all done, streams the games just for fun. We'll cheer for you every match. TG, you've got the magic touch. OTG tactical genius, every game you bring us with your skill and your flair. We're glad you're always there. OTG tactical genius, every game you bring us with your skill and your flair. We're glad you're always there.
That's for the 101. Absolutely sensational once again.
Virtual cue in your hand, amazing shots you land. From your home to our screens, living out our pool dreams. Early riser, work all done. Streets of games just for fun. We'll cheer for you every match. TG, you've got the magic touch. Oh, TG, tactical genius. Every game you bring us with your skill and your flair. We're glad you're always there.
That was fantastic.
No bar, no pinball machines, no bowling alleys, just pool. Nothing else.
Where's the cue ball going?
Oh dear, outside, never mind.
No bar, no pinball machines, no bowling alleys, just pool. Nothing else.
Well, that's a good start. Let me try that again. Right, for some reason I've lost the game. Hang on a minute. Just bear with me, folks. This is for some reason it's not XSplit's not picking up the game, and it should do it automatically. You shouldn't have to do anything other than just switch to the game. Right, I'm going to shut down VP4. I'll be back in a minute. Try rebooting VP4, see if it will kick in then. Nope, that ain't working. Houston will get a problem. Right, let me try deleting it. And add source. And game capture. Auto detect. Let's try that. Right, that ain't working either. Hold on a second. Right, I'm going to shut this down and I'm going to restart it. I'll be back in a second. Right, hang on a minute. We're okay now. Right, sorry about that, guys. Hang on. Now we've lost the bloody stuff. Hang on to shift that down. Wait a minute. Right, that should be everything showing now. Right, well that's bloody XSplit playing up again. XSplit playing up again. Let's get into this room. So welcome everybody. Apologies for that. I'm not sure whether Steve's got himself confused. Steve sent me a message. He said he would join me for the match. I hope he hasn't got things mixed up because he's not in Discord. Right, we've got 2 matches on tonight in the 8-Ball World Championship. Is that going to get to the hole? In fact, where's Simon? More to the point. Hang on a minute. I'm just going to leave the room and see if we can wake up Simon. Hopefully he's not at his dinner or something like that. Just back in a minute. Right, I'm going to just tab out of my Twitch or my phone and just send a message to Simon in case he's forgotten. Or maybe he's not intended to show up. We'll find out. Right. Now, another tab out. I'm just going to tab out. Good evening or good afternoon to Steve.
Good evening, afternoon.
Right, Simon isn't in the room yet. I've just sent him a message on Facebook to see that he remembers the match. Oh, he's in the room now. Right, let's get in. Right, we're just in time. Coldest pillow lagging on the right-hand side. We've got this match, and Slim is going to cover the match later on tonight. The one with Sergeresh and Bedhead, I believe.
Yeah, that should be an interesting match. I think this will be a good match. What do you think about this match? Is it pretty even here?
Well, I would say it's pretty even for the most obvious reasons. Neither of them play 8-ball. And you know, there's a little thing about, you know, the rules of the game. The most obvious one is, you know, legally potting your opponent's ball. So the idea of trying to block pockets and stuff like that, they need to be switched on to that, because if they don't, they could be missing a trick half the time. You know, it's not like normal 8-ball pub where you're trying to block pockets the old-fashioned way, but this game, sure, you can pot you can play your own ball and pot your opponent's ball, and it's a legal shot. And hopefully they're wise to that. And if they aren't, they'll end up losing because of it, probably. But I think Coldest Pillow should be the favourite in terms of just table time in VP4. Simon just doesn't get the table time, so he's not going to be favourite for that reason. But he can certainly pot balls. It's whether either of them can manoeuvre the cue ball good enough to be running racks. That's the question there.
Can Simon play his way into it?
Yeah, I mean, you know, obviously the longer the match goes on, you'd think they'd settle in, both of them. Now, did you notice that result with Slugs? Or I think his name's Slugs. He beat Fast Eddie in a final rack decider, and I've only ever seen Slugs play Cowboy with us in the morning. Sometimes I've never seen him play any other game, but 8-ball might be his game. That was a cracking result for him.
Yeah, Fast Eddie's no slouch. Now, correct me if I'm wrong here, but it seems to me like Coldest Pillow has really improved a lot in the last year or so.
Well, I mean, again, that's just, you know, table time. You know, it's like Spectre Dawn. I mean, Spectre Dawn's won Friday Night 9-ball 4 times in a row now. The last 4 weeks he's won it.
Yeah, well, I mean,
nobody can stop him.
He's always been winning a lot of it. I mean, that's kind of his tournament. But, I mean, Coldest Pillow is one of those guys that I think has gotten better by playing a lot in these world championships. I mean, he's been playing in every one. And
Simon's got out of line there. He's gone too far for that 13-ball. That was the one he was wanting to take into the side there, and he had to take the one up top.
Well, there may be some strategy here. Well, he tried to get it out where he could play it, and I don't know if he did.
Well, you know, at least he's blocked that pocket and get rid of the blocker that was there.
I think he can make that 9-ball. It's you're gonna have to spin it some, but I think he can make it. I would shoot the 9-ball here. If you miss it, you're not going to leave a whole lot, and the 9's blocking the pocket. Well, I guess you probably will leave the 6-ball. I didn't see that. But the 9 still blocks the pocket anyways right now. It's just a question of, you know, you can only shoot it from certain places. He's not in a bad spot to shoot at it.
Now, I'm going to bore you for a little bit here, Steve. All these problems I've had with my PC, I had a number of blue screen of deaths, and the last one I had 2 days ago you know how it comes up and it says Windows is capturing data and blah, blah, blah. It's just a sort of generic load of crap they tell you. And it gives you an error message. And of course, you Google the error message and it comes up with a whole list of things that can be causing it. And that's just like, you know, say anything off the top of your head, it could cause the issue. It could be a virus, it could be this, it could be malware, it could be that. The one thing it did say was it could be overclocking on your PC. If your PC's overclocked, you can get blue screens of death. So my PC's an Asus Republica Gamers top of the range thing that I bought. I mean, it was the highest spec I could get at the time, and it has a button on the side for this inbuilt, what do you call it, overclocking, and it's either on or off. And when the button's red, it's on, and I switched it off and restarted the PC, and I did a couple of streams the other day, and they all went fine. And I tried to do one last night, but Jose didn't show up. But that went fine as long as it was on the air. There was no problem. That might be another thing that I've switched off that might let it run better. I don't know.
Well, that's a huge thing, because when you overclock a computer, there's multiple things that can, you know, bite you. I mean,
well, that
one of them is just that the CPU can become unstable. You know, and some CPUs will overclock better than others. You can buy a CPU and, you know, you might be able to overclock it 40%, or you buy the same CPU, you know, just a different one, and you can only go 25. And the way you do that is you crank them up and you run stability tests and see if they're stable. And if they're not stable, you lower the overclock. So that's one thing. You can have issues with memory overclock too. I mean, your system will definitely, if it's a stability problem, turning off the overclock will probably make a big difference.
Well, it is off, but what I'm also thinking is that having that overclock on, which it automatically switches on when the PC boots up, so you just have to press a button to put it off. But having that on while you're actually streaming, the streaming software is eating a lot of resources. So I think that's another thing I've noticed is the PC isn't. The fans aren't straining. When I take my right headphone off, I can hear the PC, and it's humming along nicely. It's not. I can't hear the fans kicking in, which it was doing fairly regularly when I was streaming with that on. So touch wood.
Well, when you overclock it, it's going to run hotter. So I mean, that's a given. The more you clock it, the hotter it's going to run, and heat's one of the things that makes them unstable. Every PC is going to be every chip's going to be different. I don't know. I would just keep the overclock off unless you need it.
No, it's off for good. It's not going back on. It's staying like that.
Now the business of using resources, the program that uses more resources is going to, especially CPU resources, is going to make your system more unstable if it's having stability problems. So that's probably why you're having so much trouble streaming.
When
I overclock stuff, there's some utilities you can run, like one of them CPU burn, where you can really crank it up and see whether it's going to hold up.
What the hell's happened here? I thought I'd froze up here. Coldest pillows froze up. The clock's counted down to 0 and nothing's happening. But my PC's fine at the moment. It's nothing to do with me. It's actually Coldest pillows disconnected, I think.
I don't know. It's the stream that's funny to me, because I'm seeing Coldest pillow just broke and he's playing. I'm in the room.
Well, I'm just going to leave the room. It must be me then.
Yeah, I think you're having a problem there.
All right, I'm back in. Well, that was weird. And that was just VP4 going funny. I mean, maybe this is a side effect of what's happening with the PC, but
I still don't see the right stuff on your screen.
Well, I'm now looking at Coldest Pillow.
Okay, so this video's way behind. I don't know why it's so far behind. I just refreshed it. Okay, there it's getting better.
Are you on YouTube?
Yeah.
Well, you go on Twitch. I'm on Twitch again, remember, and you'll get a lot quicker turnaround in Twitch.
Yeah, well, that's why I always like Twitch better. Because YouTube, the delay's just too high.
Maybe I went out of sync there. But anyway, it's 1-0 to Coldest Pillow. And I asked Jose in the lobby. I don't know whether he was in the middle of jumping into a room, but he never told us why he didn't show up last night. I was disappointed because I thought that would have been a good match. Anyway, oh, by the way, I hope you got my message. Make sure you find that little rascal again. He hasn't learned his lesson.
Well, he got fined.
Good. And
I don't think he's noticed it yet because he hasn't said anything.
He's probably got that much. It won't hit him anyway. But
yeah, he's got plenty of money, but just keep raising the fine.
Yeah,
that looked like a strategy play there.
Yeah, that was really weird. That clock counted to 0 and Coldest Pillow's queue wasn't doing anything. But I was in the room and I could move the table around, so it wasn't the game that had locked up. But I don't know, it was weird. Anyway, all good at the moment. Welcome to Cobra. By the way, Cobra, did he quit while you were on the last rack and you were about to pot the winning ball? Not that it matters much, but that's usually his strategy when you're running the table. He just bails out on you. Well, we've still got a situation up top, but that 9 ball is definitely accessible. I don't know about the 3 ball as far as Simon goes. You know, that 3 ball will cheat the pocket no problem as well, so there's nothing guarded there at that top end of the table. You still there, Steve?
Yeah. Yeah. I am. I was just trying to adjust the chat.
He waited till you're on the 8 ball, the usual.
Well, I think he can shoot this 9 ball. If he can, he should be done here.
Yeah, 9 ball's fine. Everything goes.
Simon may have his hands full this match. Uh-oh. Whoops.
What's happened? I'm watching this and the same thing's happening again. The
screen's behind.
No, I'm watching the table. The clock's counting down, and Coldest Pillow's doing nothing.
Yeah, he's already shot that ball.
Yeah, this is maybe something to do with me. By the way, this is not good.
I don't know how your system could cause this problem. I mean, it's almost like you're
not
getting the shot message.
This is definitely weird. Right. That's twice it's done that. And now Simon's got ball in hand. Now I'm back in the room.
Well, it's kind of impossible not to get the message, but it could be delayed quite a bit.
I've never seen this happen while I've been streaming. This is a new one to me, this. I mean, the symptoms I've had recently is that the game locks up, the PC completely locks up, and I have to just hit the power button.
Yeah, I don't think this is a stability problem. This looks like you're just not getting the shot message. And
Well-
I've seen that happen, but well, I mean, it's delayed. I mean, you could have a message that takes 40 seconds to show up. But that's only going to happen when there's a problem somewhere along the line.
Welcome to WIT. No, it's weird. This it's not lag. I don't know what the hell it is, but twice it's happened already, and hopefully things will settle down. I panicked there, thinking that the game was completely locked. Now here we go again. Right now that's fine. I thought we were frozen again there.
I know you get these problems that are coincidental that happen at the same time you've had other problems.
Yeah, well this is just freaking me out. What's happening here?
I just went through a nightmare on my network where the cable company had problems, so I thought that was a problem, and then they got it fixed, and then I got a mesh router Wi-Fi set up, and I started having problems, and I thought it was that. Then the cable company said they're having problems again, so then I got fiber. I got sick of the cable. I got fiber, and I still had problems. So then I thought it was the Wi-Fi stuff again, and it turns out it was a bad switch. I had a switch that went south.
This is done this again now, Steve. I'm now in top-down view. The clock has stopped counting down. Oh no, it's counting down on the screen again. The clock's counting down. I'm still in top-down view.
Well, the clock's local to you.
Right, this is not good.
You're just not getting a message for some reason. There's some kind of connection problem. It's not dropping the connection, but you're not getting the messages.
Yeah, I've already restarted VP4 when my XSplit broadcaster wasn't picking up the game. But this is really weird. And in fact, because we're in top-down view, I can't get out of top-down view. I can't get out of it at all. I can move the little Q stick around. And this is not good. This is 3 times in such a short space of time. I'm going to have to kill the game. No, they're fine. Simon came into the stream and said they're fine. But this is not good. So I'm going to kill VP4 and I'll be back in again. Where's Slim? Is Slim busy? Because Slim would be better taking this over because this is just not good at all.
Well, you could try rebooting your system.
Right, VP4 has been killed.
This kind of problem is kind of unusual. I mean, I've seen it, but it doesn't usually happen too much. I mean, it's something's bad with the connection someplace.
Right, back in a minute once we get fired up. So that's 3 times, and that's too much of a coincidence. But I streamed VP4 the other day. I did a couple of test streams for a couple of hours and nothing happened. There wasn't any problem at all. This is just totally weird. In all the years I've played VP, I've never seen that happen.
This isn't your system. That's another problem.
Right. So we're into rack 3 according to my screen. Coldest pillows at the table. He's on the solids. He's got a tricky little cut. Got to watch he doesn't get into that cube. Oh, dude, what's he doing here? I don't know whether
that's not sure what that was.
I'm not sure that's the best idea. Well, I think it's okay because I think he has got that covered. I don't think Simon can get enough of that. He's going to try and roll dead. That's too heavy. Well, that's
not bad.
No, that's not bad.
I think a better strategy would have been get that 1 ball down by the 415 and not leave him a shot. That way you have something you can break it out with.
Well, I don't think it's getting to do with whether I'm streaming 720 or 1080.
No, this is not a problem on your computer unless It's just something funky on your computer with a network connection. That's why I suggested a reboot. But most likely it's somewhere along the route, some piece of equipment screwing up. So the thing about TCP/IP packets is that they're guaranteed to be in order. But that means that if one doesn't come through, you have to wait for it. You can't process anymore until that one comes through. And so all it takes is one piece of equipment to screw up and have some bad problems, and all of a sudden everything comes to a screeching halt.
Well, Simon's won that battle. So don't forget, guys, there's another match. I think it's at 8:30 it starts. I can't remember when it starts. The match with Sir Gresh and Bedhead, but Slim's going to be covering that.
Well, all of a sudden it looked like it was going to be 2-0 Coldest Pillow, and he screwed up and hooked himself on 8-ball, and all of a sudden it's 2-1 Simon.
So there's now 2 professional snooker players, Steve, who have made over 1,000 century breaks in their professional career. Ronnie O'Sullivan was obviously the first one. He's in 1,250, I think. And last night, John Higgins made his 1,000th century, but unfortunately for him, he got beat by Mark Allen, and the way the tournament's going, I think he's dropping out the top 16. And that, in a professional career as his, he's now got to ask himself the question: is he prepared to battle it out in amongst the lower ranks, where it's a lot more dangerous because the races are shorter? Has he got a good enough game to be battling back into the top 16? Because he's struggling to win tournaments. He's getting there. He's putting himself in positions recently, but he hasn't won any.
So he's getting relegated, in other words.
Yeah, he's going to have to mix it with the also-rans, and that's a minefield in the pro game. So it is. Once you get down there, it's a hard road back. So it is, and it's whether he's got the stomach for it. You know, he's won enough. The family's looked after. He's got all the mortgage paid. Everything's fine. He's got millions in the bank. So is he going to have the appetite to fight back? Well, we'll see.
So, another related pocket billiard news. Hanoi Open's coming up. That was a very successful tournament last year. I don't know if you guys have noticed how many Vietnamese players are coming into VP4.
Yeah.
But pool is exploding in Vietnam right now, and it's become very, very popular.
Well, here we go again. I think I've got the same problem again. Look, clock's counting down, and I'm seeing nothing happening with the queue. That's 4 times now. This is getting on my nerves, folks.
Try rebooting your computer.
Well, it means having to kill the stream and restart it again, and I can't be bothered doing that.
Well, I don't have any great suggestions. I mean, you could try resetting your router. I mean, chances are neither one of those is going to fix it.
This is something I have never seen before, and it's bugging me that it's the PC that's causing this.
Did you just catch back up?
No, I've just jumped out of the room and jumped back in.
Oh, you jumped out and in. I really don't think it's your PC.
I'll tell you something though, my router hasn't been, it hasn't had any updates recently. You know, sometimes it will shut down and restart because it's maybe doing an update or something, but I haven't actually physically shut it off for a long while. I might just do that anyway. But I won't do it now though.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to reboot to do that, but you'll get kicked out of the room and have to come back in. Oh, you have to log back into VP if you do that.
Well, Simon has got himself a little lead, and little leads like this, I mean, they're not insurmountable at this stage, but alternate brake and dry brakes and all of that can play its part. Coldest Pillow is going to have to get on his game.
Well, Simon's a good player, and the thing about 8-ball is that it's a game where the better player should have a big advantage. But, you know, because you can shoot any ball, you know, it doesn't require, on most shots, super precision on the cue ball. And, you know, for a player that's a decent player, but not as advanced as maybe somebody else, they can win a lot of games because it's not that hard to run out.
Well, looking at this table now, Coldest Pillow should be winning this rack. Everything's in his favour. The 8-ball's tied up at the moment. I think it might go into the side. Let's have a look. That 8-ball does go into the side, so he's got to be careful. But, I mean, as long as he manoeuvres the cue ball right enough and then, you know, stop spotting balls at the right time, he should have Simon under control in this rack.
Yeah,
But,
well,
he's just bumped a ball to mix it up with the 3-ball there. So he's given himself more work to do.
I mean, you know, that 11 ball is probably pretty easy to deal with if you get ball in hand. But I think he's got things spread out enough.
Well, he's just blocked himself off the 14 there. He'd have probably took the 14.
This is a perfect. No, there's a perfect opportunity here. You shoot the 15 and roll into the 8-ball.
Well, I thought it was gone again there.
Yeah, this is perfect here. Just like that. Oh, watch out.
Well, now he's committed. Right. He's committed fully.
But now everything's open, so at this point you should run out.
Yeah, this has got to be on the scoreboard, or it's a big fail if he doesn't.
Why is he shooting 11 now? I'm not sure I like this.
Well, it solves a lot of problems for you. What I've missed something in the chat there. What solves a lot of problems for you?
Well, I didn't like that choice. I would have gone 14, 10, 11.
Now, here's an interesting thing. Now that you mentioned the bagel, I've mentioned that before in pool streams that I've done. You know, if somebody's still sitting and they get beat, you know, 7-0, I've mentioned that they need to get off the bagel. But you know what I learned from a quiz show yesterday? There was a quiz question, and the quiz question was, what I can't remember really what the question was, but basically, I'm paraphrasing. The question was, in what sport is the bagel terminology used? And it came from tennis, believe it or not. If you go and Google it or whatever, you'll probably find that out. I was surprised to learn that it was in tennis.
Well, it had to be something from the U.S. because it's been whitewashed forever in the U.K.
Yeah. Anyway, the person that was answering the question got it wrong anyway. I think they said, I can't remember what sport they said.
But I never say bagel. I say donut.
Donut. Because donuts are nice. So anyway, what's happening here? Is he locked up again? Or am I locked up again? It looks like it.
Are.
Yeah. There we go. I'm blaming Coldest Pillow because I think it's happening with him all the time. You know that?
Restart your router.
I'm not going to restart it midstream. I'm not doing that.
Just your router.
Yeah, but then I'm going down. I've got to wait 5 minutes till that kicks itself in again. The time it gets itself booted up.
No, a router doesn't take that long to boot.
Well, you know, mine goes red light, green light, then it goes blue light when it's on.
You're talking about a router modem.
Yeah,
that's different. Yeah, that will take a little time to come up.
Yeah, it's just one box I've got. But no, I'm not doing that. But I'm noticing that I'm pretty certain it's happening all the time with Coldest Pillow. It's not happening with Simon. That's 5 times it's happened. I'm counting them.
I don't think who it is would make any difference.
Well, I'm blaming him anyway. I mean, Watch for the next time it happens. It's bound to be Coldest Pillow. I don't think any of them have been Simon.
Just like a Scot, blame the Welsh.
Yeah. It's a BT Home Hub, yeah. Number, whatever it is. I can't remember what one it is. I've had about 3 or 4 of them over the years.
Rosin, whitewash, it isn't that whitewash is pool snooker. It's whitewash is a UK term.
Yeah.
Maybe they only use it for pool snooker, but the rest of the world doesn't use that. Although, you know, the rest of the world may be picking a lot of that up since Matchroom is doing a lot of streams.
Right, so Coldest Pillow, this 8-ball to tie the match. A little bit of pressure on it. This isn't a gimme.
Well, this is...
I thought he'd locked up again. I'm blaming him all the time. Got out.
All right, we're level again. Oh, 8-ball. That's going to be a re-rack.
Uh-oh. It's Coldest Pillow's turn. No cue, and it's locked up again. It's him again. There we go. I can move the table. There's not a problem. But Coldest Pillow's non-existent. No cue. Leave the room.
Yeah, well, it's locked up. Wait. It's locked up on mine, too. There it goes.
Yeah,
he should have had a play choice menu, but I never saw it on my screen.
Yeah, I'm definitely. I think Coldest Pillow needs to restart his router. There's something weird happening here. That is really.
Well, it's probably not his router. I mean, that's when I've seen connection problems. The router, it's been maybe once every 200 or 300 times. It's not usually the router.
So that time there, again, if we start counting from now, that time again was Coldest Pillow. It's none of it is Simon. I mean, if it was, surely it would be. If it was a problem with me getting packets and all that sort of technical stuff, if that was a problem, then the same thing would be happening when Simon was at the table, and it ain't happening with him.
Cobra, when somebody is deciding to re-rack, does their opponent see the choice menu? Because maybe they don't. Because if you don't see the choice menu, then that's why it looked like that, because he was looking at the choice menu trying to decide.
I think he's done it again. Watch this. Oh no, the cue did move a little touch there. He's lining up.
Well, I think Coldest Pillow's biggest weakness is cue ball.
Well,
his cue ball is not always tidy.
He's trying to just bump the 6-ball. That's well done.
It was pretty tidy there. That was a really nice shot.
No, you just got
that's hard to do, to come back like that and hit the ball just perfect. Dead on.
Nip this a wee bit, but that's pretty good.
Maybe I should say bad stuff about him more. As soon as I said that, he had a great shot.
Can someone answer my question? What was the question, Roisin? Because I've missed the question. I'm looking at the chat.
I don't know. There was a question a while ago, and I already answered it.
And I've been given the chance to. I can't. What was the question? Ask the question again, because I've missed it in the chat.
It was about whitewash, and I answered it. I said that's a UK term.
Anyway,
is that the one you're talking about, Rosin? The whitewash question?
White and black went off, and I've been given the chance to re-rack. And he's saying, is that intended? Right, so you break, and if the white goes off the table, then that's a foul. If
so the white flew off the table? Is that what you mean by it went off?
Yeah, and
that should be a foul.
Yeah, that's a foul, and if the 8-ball goes in, that's irrelevant. You know, the relevance of that is the white ball going off the table. You know, that's a scratch.
No, that's a good question. Okay, so in some games, what One Pocket Slim is saying is he made the 8. In some games, that's a loss of game.
He made the 8
Like,
on the break and offered a
I believe,
rewrap.
I believe in APA rules, that's a loss of game. But I think in the BCA rules, that's going to give you the re-rack choice.
Right, now hang on a minute. Rosin's saying that he's broke off, he's scratched, the 8 ball went in, and he was given the option to re-rack.
Yeah,
That's weird.
I'd have to look it up. I mean, there's so many different 8 rules and they're complicated. It may be that his opponent was supposed to have the option. I don't know.
But
I can't remember.
The point that Witt's making there is that would that have anything to do with it? The fact that the 8 ball went actually into a pocket first before the cue ball went off the table? Surely that wouldn't make any difference.
The order doesn't matter, but the fact that it went in the pocket does make a difference.
Hmm.
And I don't know what it's supposed to do. I'd have to go look at the rules.
Well, now things might have settled down here a wee bit in terms of Coldest Pillow freezing my game up. But he's looking for a 2-rack lead here. Just needs to drop the 14 in. No, tell a lie, I forgot the pink 12.
Cobra, you're talking about when you scratch and you don't make the 8 ball? Because we're talking about a situation where the 8 ball was made too.
Yeah, Cobra says that when he scratched, no re-rack is offered. Well, that's correct. Is it not the fact that the incoming player just plays with what is it, ball in hand in the kitchen when it's a scratch in the 8 ball world? It's not ball. I mean, I don't know that's not of any relevance. What's Larry saying? Larry said there is a scratch on the break in 9 ball, money ball, handicap, game bug.
Well, let's talk about one thing at a time. So you made the scratch in the 8, Cobra, and you didn't get it. Rosin made the 8, and the cue ball flew off the table, and he didn't get it. Is that is that the situation?
Nothing went off the table.
So, and you were both playing the same type of 8 ball? It was the same version of 8 ball?
Well, I assume we're all talking about 8 ball. Yeah, we're talking about world. We're not talking about any other kind of 8 ball.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to understand how that can happen. I mean, it makes more sense if the ball flew off the table and it did something different. That would be a bug probably, but it makes more sense for it to scratch and make the 8.
Now, is this Simon
and
locking
not give
up?
a choice one time and give it other? That's hard to figure.
This looks like Simon locking up for me. Yeah, I don't see it. Simon's getting to blame now, I think. Yeah, clock is still counting down, but no shot getting played. Right, let me just do a quick exit and a quick jump back in again.
Yeah, he's running out.
Yeah. Oh, now I can't get into the room. The balls are probably still moving. Yeah. So it isn't just Coldest Pillow, it's Simon as well. The two of them are at it.
Yeah, that's a tough one. I don't know what to say, guys. I'm not sure how to track that down. We did have a problem that Semi-Pro found an Ultimate 8 ball where when the ball went off, the cue ball went off the table, it did something different that it wasn't supposed to.
Never mind their problem, Steve. What about mine? Get mine fixed.
It may be me. I'm just not sure how to track that down. I mean, I need to be able to reproduce it. First, I need to go look at the rule and see what it's supposed to do. I'm not sure whether it's supposed to offer a choice there or not. Or I would tend to think it's supposed to offer a choice to your opponent.
Right, anyway, back to business here. Coldest Pillow with a 5-4 lead. Simon at the table on the solids. and the 3 ball is easy enough to get to it if you're potting the 4, but
he should be out here.
Well, the 7 and the 1 are. I mean, the 7 you can get to no problem. I think the problem's the adjacency of the 1 ball.
You need to really shoot the 7, then the 1, and
I think he's got himself in. Well, he's still okay.
I would shoot the 3 and play for the 7 next. He's not going to do that. Now this is a problem because now it's going to get tricky.
Yeah, he's got a slight angle.
Well, the problem is when you shoot the 1, you're going to end up hitting the 7.
Yeah.
And vice versa. So
now
the problem here is that it's going to hit the 7, the 1, and then the cue ball is going to go behind the 10.
Yeah.
You got to realize this is fraught with danger.
Now
he's going to try to draw it, I think. Well, who knows if he's coming up with a shot on this 1 ball.
I'm not so sure this is going to work.
That's not surprising. I mean, he really needed to play for the 7 off of the 3 ball.
Well, Coldest Pillow's now the favourite, and I think I'm locked up again here. No action from Simon's cue. Is he lining up the shot, or is he just totally frozen up?
Well, I see his cue. He's frozen on my side.
No, he's moving. The cue's moving. Panic over. Now,
okay, he tried to put it on top of the 12. And,
I mean, that's not that bad, but there's a gap in at the back of it anyway.
Well, right now, you just shoot the cue ball into the 1, just like that. Now, he didn't get it quite full enough, but he's moved it enough that the 12 goes pretty easily.
He's fine, he can just roll through. Now the cue's disappeared. No cue from Coldest Pillow again. Off I go out the room again. Back into the room, and there we go. I don't know what the hell's going on here. This is just got me.
Interesting. It's interesting that if you leave the room and come back,
everything's fine when I come back in for about 5 minutes, and then it goes pear-shape again.
Well, something's happening to the connection, because every time you come back in the room, you get a new connection. There's something funky going on. You're not dropping the connection, but you're losing messages.
Well, this is definitely a first for me. I've never been in a room watching anybody where this has happened, and this is the first time this has popped up.
Yeah, well, I can tell you it's not the problem with your system stability.
Oh no, I would have went pear-shaped long before this, if that was going to happen. But like I say, I'm quite listening to the PC. The PC is just purring away like a kitten. It sounds fine.
It's probably either your ISP, your router, or your computer. You can reboot your router and computer as your ISP, then you know.
Yeah,
I don't think anybody else is having this issue.
No,
so it's something more regional or local to your.
Put it this way: nobody in the chat said, "Oh yes, that happened to me." Nobody's ever seen this before. I don't think, where it's just constant.
Well,
you know,
I've seen this problem before, but it's typically disconnects, not messages not coming through. Where's Tin when you need him? Our network expert. You know that's what Tin does for a living, don't you? He's a network guy.
I just thought he was a male prostitute.
Well, that's his side business.
Well, Coldest Pillow has the opportunity here to stretch the lead, but he's got to deal with that 3-ball.
Well, unfortunately, he can't just roll it. Not without leaving a very difficult shot on the 7.
I think he's trying to work out how to get to this 3-ball, and the problem is he doesn't. The only thing he's got adjacent to it's a 7.
Yeah, I think it'll go, but you know, if you have to roll it, and that makes it tough.
Let's have a look. Or you can cheat the pocket, no problem. That 3-ball's fine. Yeah, nothing. You don't need to bump anything. You just need to get on it. Oh dear. Oh, he was trying to be cute there. I mean, who is it played a shot the other night and tried to? I can't remember who I was watching, but you know, when you try and play those little soft shots, especially if you start putting spin in the cue ball.
Oh, what's he doing?
No, it's gone again. It's gone again.
What the heck he did there?
Well, you saw it, I didn't. I had the no cue again.
So if I was Simon, I would have shot the 15 first. Now the reason why, you can say, oh, well, it's protecting the pocket for the 3. But if you think you're running out, then
oh
boy,
too much juice there.
Well, I think he got the cue ball hopping. It'd be nice to see a replay of that. The cue ball must have hopped. The cue ball hops, then the object ball is going to hop, and that can happen.
In fact, I've just noticed something also. My replay isn't working either. Have we got let me just check. Put replay up the top. Hang on. I'll be back in a sec.
Well, this is going to roll a little far, but I think he's okay here. Touch inside English.
Yeah, the replay's working. I had to move it up the list for the replay to appear, so that's working fine.
I tell you guys, the real life pool is so much harder than VP because you know, you got to stroke the cue and you got to make the cue tip do what you want, and you know, like that little shot with inside, all you got to do is like let the tip dive a little on it, and the cue ball turns and you hit it fat into the long rail. I mean, you don't have this perfect stroke like you do on VP. I'm actually surprised there's not more players that play like at the level of Albin and Cobra, and you know, we've got some guys getting close. I mean, Slim's playing pretty good. Yeah,
did you watch any of that match with Albie and Slim?
I did not, but you know, what I've seen of Slim in the last few months is he just keeps getting better. I mean, he's going to win one of these eventually.
Well, Slim's the man to tell you. I think Albie in the whole match, probably, if you were going to go at a push, he made two errors. Albie, he ran 9 racks out of the 11 racks that he won.
Yeah, that's what good players do. And this is a good game for Albin because Albin's probably the best with a cue ball on VP as far as you know, more precision control, good pattern play. And this is a lot like playing straight pool, playing 8-ball. I mean, Albin is the favorite to win this.
Well, you know, Slim didn't play bad, that's the thing, and he only won 5 racks.
Well, but that's the thing about playing tough competition is you can play good and get drilled. Yeah,
there you go. Slim says Albie made 1 mistake, ran 9 racks. I made 3 errors. Yeah.
Well, that's you know, I mean, that's what everybody needs to aspire to, is making 1 or 2 mistakes in a match. If you can do that, you may not win the match, but you're going to be in it.
Mm.
I mean, I've played a lot of matches in real life where I didn't miss a ball.
Here we go again. Here we go again. Let's bail out. Jump in.
And I think, you know,
Yeah.
I honestly, I expect that to happen more in VP. I want to see people get to the point where they play like that, and maybe Albin's the only one that is. I mean, I've seen Cobra play pretty good too. But I like to see more people playing like that, where they just don't miss a ball the whole set and, you know, make one mistake maybe. And that would be,
I've just had a brilliant idea, Steve. My brilliant idea is I've moved to my second camera at the other end of the table. I'm going to leave it there like that and see if we get the same problem. You see how desperate you get?
you are getting desperate, you.
I'm going to leave it there and see if we get the queue disappearing.
That's pretty desperate. Well, let's see how he breaks us out. I would come behind him. He went straight into him, but it worked.
Yeah.
He hit it with enough speed. You needed some speed there.
Now, you cut the 2, you come around behind the 1 and you play the 1, and then you deal with the 6 and 7. Or, you know, you take the 1 and... No, see, I wouldn't have done that. I would have played the 2 and come around behind the 1.
I think that 2 was a pretty thin cut.
Oh, no, it is. You know, maybe he's right. Now that I'm round looking at it, it was thin. Oh, shit, I went and moved the camera.
Now, why is he shooting the 6? I'd shoot the 7. I'd roll the 7, then shoot the 2, then shoot the 6.
Well, if he's going to shoot the 6, he wants to come back to where he is right now with the cue ball. At least he needs to.
Maybe there's not enough long rail to do that.
Yeah, he's fine.
He's coming up for the 2. I think that's why I did it. There wasn't not much rail there, and that's like perfect. It's a little stun shot.
Oh, now that could have went wrong there, but he's okay.
Yeah, he pulled it back a little too much. I mean, he hit it. I think he hit it with intention.
Well, Coldest Pillow's now got a big safety net here.
Well, Simon's, you know, he got a little wild. That 110 ball he hit off the table, and he's been a little bit wild. I did see that, Larry, and I wish I had it at a another angle to kind of see it better. I mean, it looked funny to me, at least from that angle.
Have we got the same situation again here? Simon, according to me, has got ball in hand, but again, nothing happening.
Well,
nothing
now
happening.
Moving.
Yeah, locked up again. What the hell did he do there? Q not played out of kitchen. He tried to pot a ball in the kitchen. Now there's an umpty mistake in 8-ball with ball in hand.
You know, the rules are different in different 8-balls, so you know it's
well,
it's confusing.
Simon's learning as he goes along. Right. Well,
yeah. Every 8-ball association here. So Valley is different than BCA, is different than APA. I mean, they're all different. I don't even know what the tap rules are.
You know, it's like you ran on about the snooker rules. I mean, there's 8-ball's a perfect example. All the different bloody organisations and all the different bloody rules in 8-ball. Why can't they just have one type of 8-ball?
But they do, okay? As when you're talking about pros, they do. The problem is that these amateur organizations that run leagues think they have a better idea and they make up their own rules, and that causes confusion.
So I'm a month older than you, Cobra. Is that right? My birthday was on August 18th. I used my bus pass a couple of days ago to go to Glasgow.
Your 60th birthday, well, that's a big occasion.
Yeah, it just means you're another year closer to death.
Leave it to a Scotsman to put it in perspective.
Yeah. The years are counting down. We're down to probably single figures now.
Bad.
Always look on the bright side of life.
Yeah.
Yeah, you English have to wait until you're 65 or something, Cobra. I believe that's unlucky. At least we had we had a government that did do something right. So I get good use of mine the other day.
Don't get started with the Scottish government.
That's the only good thing they've done. Anyway, Coldest pillow, 2 racks away. I thought it was going to catch the knuckle there.
Yeah, well, they're probably going to arrest your ass for what do they call it? The new language violations.
New language violations? What are you talking about?
Yeah, the stuff they passed over there about language violations.
I've never heard of that. That's new. That's new to me. That.
Oh yeah, there's something over there. What is it? I'm sure those guys know what I'm talking about. It might have been the whole UK.
Oh no, I don't think anybody in the stream knows what you're talking about, Steve. I don't. This is something that's obviously got twisted by the time it got to the US networks. Well, this is a bit of a mess to deal with here for Coldest pillow. Now, he's got himself. Now, does he want to get crazy here right now and take a big risk?
Okay, so you have hate speech laws. England, Wales, and Scotland all have them. Expressions of hate towards someone on account of that person's color, race, sex, disability, nationality, ethnicity, national religion, national origin, religion, sexual orientation. In other words, you can't say a damn thing anymore.
Well, that basically
includes fines, imprisonment, or both. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, they're going to get your ass, you.
That's abusing somebody in the street, you know, and that type of thing. Yeah, I mean, I've nothing against those laws.
No, I mean, I'm sure that applies to social media too.
Well, I don't think I've broke any, apart from hating the Welsh. That is. I mean, I don't think I've. I mean, everybody hates the Welsh, don't they? I mean, we're talking about political correctness. That's basically what it's down to.
Exactly.
I mean, you know, look at these women. I mean, here's a fine example of how things go. This Mohammed Al Fayed, him that was the owner of Harrods, he died, 3-4 years ago at 94. And all of a sudden, 37 women, that's the last count, have come out of the woodwork saying he was sexually abusing them. You know.
I'm going to blame it all on Europe. If you're going to blame it on anybody, it's Belgium. That's who you should blame it on.
And they're all going to get, well, according to Harrods, who have stepped in, they're willing to settle everything out of court. I think I've gone again, by the way. Yep.
Look at that. Now that was lucky.
Well, you saw
a ball, he clipped another one.
You saw it, I didn't. And nobody in the stream saw it either.
He was trying to shoot the 8-ball. Yeah, that didn't work.
No.
Well, I think Simon's going to win from here.
Well, I'm back in, and Simon's doing nothing again. I think I'm going.
He's just sitting there. Same on mine. You're fine.
Oh, right.
He's probably trying to figure out what to do here. Now, if you don't win from this situation, you've really screwed up. I mean, this is like a must-win.
Well, he wants to be dealing with those 2 balls fairly sharpish.
Oh, he's got a perfect chance now. He can just roll into the 5. just like that, because he's got the 1 there. I mean, that's...
Well, now he's got to be careful with this 7 and 3. I mean, obviously you can get to the 7 from the side he's at, but now he's got a problem if he ends up not getting there very quickly.
Well, he's going to go 1, 5. I mean, he's fine.
Right, he's good now.
The thing is, you know, unless it's really tricky shape, and if it's really tricky shape, you're still okay if you got 2 balls that you can play shape on. Where you get in trouble is when it's tricky shape and you've only got 1 ball and it's do or die, and then you get funny on it.
Oh, good evening to Semi-Pro.
Semi-Pro's here. Now, Semi-Pro was a guy that was a favorite to win this until he bailed out.
Yeah.
You do a pretty good chicken. You could be from the south.
Let's see if we can push the buttons.
Yeah, well, that's you're going after low-hanging fruit there, Hugh. Come on.
Hang on a minute. I think he's going to be good.
Boy, that was not well done.
No wonder.
But he got away with it. Oh yeah, Albie's won at least a couple of those straight pull world championships. I think Semi-Pro won one. Yeah, I think Albie's won too. Wow, he broke like 3rd ball down there.
Well, we've got a little snake of balls on the right side of the table there.
Well, you got to seriously consider shooting 11-6 combo here. That's what I'd be doing every time, because that solves the problem, and the solids are pretty good. And you can even probably bump the 13 or 3 doing that and clear that up. That's a winner shooting that 11-6 combo. I mean, it's sitting so good, you really can't miss it, can you? I mean, even I couldn't miss that combo.
Well, he can certainly get to it. He's not got a problem getting to it.
Well, so strategy-wise, that's what you want to do, is get rid of all the problems at once in the first shot.
Well, you see, this is if you're committing to the solids right now, then you've really got to take the opportunity with that combo to get the 6 in, because you could regret that.
The thing is neither one of them are any good without having dealt with that. Now, the solids are probably worse. I just can't believe he didn't shoot the 11-6 combo there. That was...
The 1 ball I don't think's any good, because that's too thin a cut. He can't get anything into those balls off this one, can he?
He can hit the 13.
Yeah, I don't know that that'll do much good.
Well, but then he can shoot the 3-11-6 combo. Although I would rather have shot it. He's looked like he's shooting at the 3 ball. Yeah, that's just... I guarantee you Albin would have shot the combo, Semi-Pro would have shot the combo, even Cobra would have shot the combo.
No, it's toxic abuse. That's the correct terminology. Ask Semi-Pro.
I can't believe when I said that, you said, oh, we've never heard any of that over here. The language restrictions, and you're like, what? We don't have any laws like that.
It was the way you described it. You know, when you read what you were talking about, I understand what you're talking about. But I mean, they must have laws like that in the States. But
nope. They want to make them, but no.
Yeah.
No, they don't have them here, but they sure want to make them. I mean, all the progressives, they want to make it illegal to say this or that, or, you know, it's...
Yeah, I think you could just generalize it and say, you know, abuse. There's, you know, it's all you can give all the explanations you want and all the derivatives and definitions you want, but it's just basically abusing people, whether it be online, whether it be face to face, whether it be, you know, third party, all of that stuff. What it's basically saying is just treat people like human beings.
Yeah, well, that's asking a lot out of people.
Try telling that to the Mexicans. Yeah.
Well, let's see. He needs to get into the 11 ball here. He doesn't really want to hit the 6, and he hit neither.
Good evening to
Matt. Hit that really hard. He didn't need to hit it that hard.
Well, you've missed all the weird stuff that's been going on in this match, Mark. I'm not talking about weird stuff that they've been doing, just the weird way my VP4 is behaving, and Steve won't do anything to fix it.
Yeah, what's new? And that was a pretty good shot there.
I'm
You
going
left
to
him a look at the edge of the 11, but this is tricky.
here. Now, this is it doing it again. This is it doing it again. There we go. Leave the room. Back in the room.
Yeah,
Totally
so
different
shouldn't have
table.
said anything.
Totally
All right,
different
well,
table.
I see a win from here.
I'm going to message support, see if I get a response. Oh, who was that guy? That's what I meant to ask you. What was that? What, are you still there? What's his name? CR Dubrovnik. Have you had him onto support, Steve? CR Dubrovnik.
Well, you obviously weren't here the other day when I posted the whole support thread.
No, I wasn't.
Yeah. When Whit told him he couldn't get any support, and I posted the whole thread. It was quite extensive.
Anyway,
and made some other suggestions, but I don't think he speaks very good English.
Yeah, I think he needs my expert help.
It makes it difficult when people don't speak good English.
Well, that's the problem. I mean, it's Windows 11 he's on. So I don't know anything about Windows 11. And there's plenty of people with Windows 11 now with VP4 working fine. I presume he did the obvious, get the antivirus switched off before you do anything.
Well, I made several suggestions, and it's hard for me to know whether he did them properly. What happened. All I know is that.
Does he type good English, Dubrovnik? Do we know whether he types reasonable English? Which would tend to suggest that he understands reasonable English.
It's acceptable.
So it doesn't look as if it's Google Translate he's using.
No, I mean it's actually pretty good. But he's getting a Windows message which basically says there's not some components installed.
So it's like some DLL files missing or something like that.
Yeah, I mean it could be.
He needs a clean install. That's what he needs. That'll fix it.
He could probably just do Windows repair, which I didn't tell him to do. I sent him to look at some links and stuff. I suggested he install a DirectX installer. It could be a .NET thing, but it does. VP4 installer does that. And if he's been running Windows 11 a while, I'm sure he has all the .NET stuff anyways.
Right, so there's no way, so he can't even get the game to run.
Well,
so
if you don't have like auto update on Windows, you can have problems where you don't have certain components that are up to date.
You're getting psychotic again, Semi-Pro.
I mean, it's a tough situation when you get these messages like that. But
I think I've gone again. This is really annoying, this. Ah, there we go, different table again. Right, well, I know what I'm doing when this match is over. I'm just going to do a shutdown. I'm going to reboot the router.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know what's going on his system because the error message he gets is one of those not ones you don't want to have on Windows.
Well, all he needs to get, I'd be telling him to get TeamViewer installed first of all, because it might just need a clean install. There we go. Thank God that's over for all the wrong reasons.
The thing to do is run Windows repair, not you know, Windows repair is you don't really need to do a clean install most of the time. If you got a corrupt Windows file, you can just repair Windows and it'll find them and replace them.
Right, has that match started? Yes, it has. So the match with Sergeresh and Bedhead is underway. Let's have a quick look. He did a link. Oh, I've got adverts, obviously. Just a quick look in to see how things are going. So Slim's doing the live stream on that match. When did it start? I thought it started at 8 o'clock or something, but it must have been the top of the hour it started. So Slim's going to...
That ended up being a thrashing, wasn't it like 4-4 or 5-5? They were level.
Well, and it did go. It did go downhill for Simon when he bumped that 10 ball off the table. Right, let's have a quick look and see how it's going.
Take the 10 or the 14 up table. That's what he's going to do.
Yeah, Slim's doing an awful lot of waggling. I don't like doing a lot of waggling when I'm streaming.
Choice.
It's one apiece, so
brown, green, blue, yellow.
that match is underway.
Now we're back to snooker terminology.
If you want to watch that, join Slim's channel on Twitch. But I'm going to shut down and I'm going to restart the PC, restart the router, and I'm going to get into that room and see if I get the same problem. I bet you I don't. Anyway. Thanks to Steve for his company, and thanks to everybody for bearing with us. The PC stayed on, at least. It didn't go funny, but the game went weird. I can't work that out at all. Right, has Steve left the building?
No, I'm still here.
Right, well, I am shutting down, and I'm going to get and watch a bit of that match after I've did my restart, so I will bid you all good night. And good luck to Sergeresh and Bedhead. Friday night 9 balls on. How many's in that? Doesn't look as if there's a lot in that either. How many's in it? Oh no, there's 15 and only one open seat. Oh, that's a surprise. Oh no, I've read that wrong. Did they only have enough for 8? That's what it is. Did it shut down? Did it shrink down to 8? Now look, that's even worse than ever. Larry and Power Slam, you've got Spectre Don, of course, like he needs it. He's got a bye to round 2. I don't know what's happening with Friday night 9 ball. It's dying a death. Right, that's it, folks. Thanks to Steve, and we'll see you later, and we'll bid you good night.
All right, good night, guys.
Take care. See you later.
Bye.
No bar, no pinball machines, no bowling alleys, just